Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for London Has Fallen, and this movie stars Gerard Butler, Aaron Eckhart, Shivani Ghai, I hope I said that right, Michael Wildman, Redha Mitchell, Stacey Shane, and I believe that's basically it. Patrick Kennedy, interesting, um, and Morgan Freeman. How can I forget about Morgan Freeman and Angela Bassett? And I believe that's basically it for anybody who's important. Melissa Leo, and yeah, basically everybody who's important. Again, it's just Die Hard, and it's another Die Hard-ish movie. Okay, the first one was Die Hard in the White House. This one, it's Die Hard in London. Okay. Before I begin, though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those of you that actually watched the movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those of you that actually watched the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you fair warnings. As usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So yeah, as I said before, Die Hard in London. Okay, so realistically, one of the prime ministers of England has passed away under some mysterious circumstances, as it appears. So every single world leader, or most of the world leaders, now have to go to London to attend the funeral, including Aaron Eckhart, who is the president, and Gerard Butler, who is his top Secret Service agent. So they both go, come to find out there's a huge, massive ass terrorist attack, and they're basically trying to take out every single world leader possible. Okay, and they're going the primary one is the U.S. one, so Aaron Eckhart, but they're basically trying to take out as many people as possible. So yeah, it's basically again Die Hard in London. They're trying to protect Aaron Eckhart. Gerard Butler's being a badass, with his one-liners. And yeah, and I'm surprised at how much hate this movie is getting. I'm not gonna lie, I am surprised at the amount of hate this movie is getting. Okay, now the first movie was actually really impressive in my opinion. It was actually pretty. I thought it was actually gonna okay for the first movie. I thought it was gonna be a pretty good action movie, Die Hard-ish, yes. And did it turn out to be a pretty good movie? No, it turned out to be a great fucking movie, which was Die Hard-ish at its core, but it was still a great movie. And I'm not gonna say that they're comparing this to the original one, and although there are people who are comparing this to the original, and I guess it is warranted because it's a sequel. It's one of those things, like, I guess it is warranted that it should be compared. However, it's a whole, it's bigger, and it's bigger, larger, and I guess that's the issue. In a sense, that is the issue. The fact that it is bigger, has a wider spectrum. I think that's what many people are focusing more on. They're comparing. The first one was was smaller, was more focused. The second one is bigger, and although it's still somewhat focused, you go from A to C and then B or whatever. There's like no pace. And although I do see where some of the complaints are coming from, I actually like the movie as a whole. Is it better than the first one? No, it's not better than the first one. Is it just as good as the first one? Yes, I will say it's just as good as the first one. However, I don't think it is better than the first one. Okay, it's maybe this one is slightly less better than the first one. Okay, and yes, the pacing is a bit off from time to time. The action could be polished up a bit from time to time. The acting, it's functional. Okay, it's pretty good for the most part. So the acting and the writing, are functional for the most part. But this is basically what I'm expecting, a Die Hard-ish movie that feels like a late 80s, early 90s, or like a 80s or 90s action movie, and that's basically what I got, and that's all I really wanted. A fun action movie, and that's what I got. A fun action movie. Just shut my brain off, watch the action. It's pretty cool, and there are some gruesome deaths. I mean, if you thought there was a few gruesome deaths in the first movie, there are some gruesome deaths in this one as well. Like you have this one car chase, and they're shooting at these motorcyclists, and one of the motorcyclists happens to crash through the window, and he's saying "fuck you" to Gerard Butler. He's like, "Okay, fuck me," and they're about to go into a tunnel, and let's say this is a tunnel wall. Here's the car, and here's the guy at the side. Boom! He basically wipes him clean. clean, and yeah, the body is like right here, like dead on the ground. And Gerard Butler just looks at the head, the decapitated head, just throws it out the window. So you had some pretty gruesome ass shit deaths throughout this movie, okay? And so I mean, overall, it's basically what I expected. Okay, I didn't expect anything like what Zootopia gave me. It's okay. I also watched Zootopia. I expected Zootopia to give me something to think about. Okay, I didn't think about. Okay, I expected Zootopia to give me something to think over about. Okay, if London has fallen, yeah, if London has fallen, it just happened to give me something to think about, some philosophical shit that relates to us right now in the present day. I would have been extremely amazed. But no, it's just a fun action movie. Okay, leave that to Zootopia. That Zootopia is where they give us the philosophical shit. Okay, or philosophical relevant to our society shit, okay? Leave that to Zootopia, a fucking Disney movie, which I'll be talking about later. So yeah, overall, actually, I fucking like this movie. Again, is it better than the first one? No. Is it as good as the first one? Yes. And yeah, I feel like this movie is getting a bit of unnecessary hate. But overall, I enjoyed it and I liked it. So yeah, I liked the grandiose aspect of it, with them just being all over London, the destruction of London. I mean, the first movie, we saw the destruction of Washington, D.C. We saw the monument, the Washington Monument just come down. The White House just completely blown up. Well, right here we see Big Ben and the Golden Eye getting blown the fuck up. So, have fun. And Buckingham Palace while you're at it. So, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Fun movie, great movie. I really enjoyed it, and honestly, I'm just expecting a dumb action movie. There are some comedic elements to it, and yeah, I mean, I will say, however, the ending, like the last action scene, it is a little bit like they are stretching it a little bit. Like, there is no possible way they could have survived. Like, if they would have survived that, like, if you watch the movie, you understand. But basically, at the end, they blow up this factory and they basically set it on fire. And it's kind of one of those things where the hallways all catch fire at the same time. So you have Gerard Butler and Aaron Eckhart. They're trying to find a safe haven so they don't get burned alive and burnt chicken or whatever. So they don't get burned alive. And I just feel like that's where they kind of stretched it, but that's where I kind of call bullshit. But overall, it's a pretty good movie. It's a really fun movie, and don't really think about it that much. Just watch, have fun, enjoy, and yay. So yeah, it's basically it for now. 7.5, and yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart, signing off.